Hi, everybody. This is Joey from Cubex, and I'm so happy to be here today with Gigi from Not One More Vet. She's the executive director of the organization, and also Joe Fiella from Cubex, our president of the vet division here at Cubex. And of course, at the end of this video, we're going to pick the big winner from the Cubex Mini NOMV giveaway. But before we got into that, Gigi, I thought it would be great to give our viewers, our listeners, just a little bit of background on Not One More Vet as an organization.
So thank you so much for having me here. Not One More Vet started about 10 years ago in response to the veterinary community's history of issues with mental health and well-being, specifically the high rates of death by suicide in the community. We are here to transform the well-being of the veterinary community through education, outreach, and support. We have three basic areas that we work in, which is awareness, education, and outreach, peer support, and then we do clinic support as well. So we're so happy to partner with Cubex and happy to be here. And thank you for your support with Race Around the World. And yay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yay is right, Gigi. And I have to credit my colleague and a longtime friend, Joe, who really kind of came up with the idea of partnering with Not One More Vet. Must have been 5-6 years ago, right, Joe?
Yep, I think we're coming up on 5 years now, and when Joey and I came to Cubex, one of the things that we realized is that Cubex provides a very critical component within the veterinary hospital when it comes to security and safety and security within the four walls of the practice. But we knew that we couldn't do everything. We knew that we couldn't do it all. And so one of the things that I always recall is I remember a law professor who told me one time. He said you don't go ahead and as a lawyer help out by cleaning up the park across the street. What you want to do is you want to provide pro bono legal services. Find your strength. What is your strength that you can help, that can make what you're giving back to your community so much better? And what was our superpower at Cubex was that we provided that safety and security there, but we also knew that there was more that we needed to do within those four walls to really help out the veterinary staff that's there, because we knew we weren't going to be there always to stop them from doing something with dangerous drugs. And there was just a mental health issue that overlaid everything that was going on during that period of time. And quite frankly, when we first started this, it was a little bit taboo to talk about some of these things about veterinary suicide. And Joey and I were actually debating. We were like, do we go ahead and look at donating dollars to larger organizations that sort of help with these types of causes, or do we find something very focused in the veterinary community? And it came down to a Google search, to be honest with you, at that time, because NOMV was very, very. It wasn't really.
It was very new.
That it is today.
Yep.
It was very new. So it came down to a Google search, and we reached out to NOMV, and we realized that there was such an important connection there early on between what we're doing, in really times of desperation and need, and where people cannot access, to help prevent people from accessing dangerous drugs. But what's so much more important is being able to really address the mental health issues that are occurring as well around those opportunities. So we're really happy and excited to be able to partner with NOMV for many, many years now. I think, and just super excited about this promo, Race Around the World. We've been a part of Race Around the World for many years, and now we've taken it up a notch by being able to do this giveaway this year. So I'm super excited to be partnered with you all. Thank you.
Us too. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Joe's a modest individual. I am less so. So I don't mind mentioning that we were actually selected as the sponsor of the year last year for Not One More Vet. And that's part of the impetus that we had to really, as Joe said, dial things up a notch and do something we've never done before for Not One More Vet. And that's actually give away a Cubex product. So we looked at, what do we get asked about the most often, and it's far and away the Cubex Mini. That's most of our inquiries around that, which is understandable. It's kind of our entry-level solution. It's a benchtop smart cabinet that can fit active stock of controlled drugs, automates the logs while securing all those medications at the same time. So we thought that'd be a nice thing to give away. And That's what we're doing here as part of this promo for Race Around the World. It's a 2-year subscription, includes installation, training, support, literally nothing out of pocket for the practice. And then, if you like it after 2 years, they can follow on with a subscription or not. It's up to the practice. But we thought the most fair way to do this was to allow for customers to enter with, for no charge if they wanted to, but then also to reward them with a higher chance of winning if they raise more money. And so that's what we've done here, and we've concocted this selection scheme based on that. So this is the work of my Director of Business Development, Michael Dahl, and I kind of figuring out how to do this. So I'm going to unveil this now as I share my screen. Don't mind the duct tape and bubble gum, but it'll work. Okay, so here we go. This is how the process is going to work. All of our entrants, by the way, we raised over $8,000 as part of this promo. So everyone who's selected, yes, I'd like to win a Cubex Mini. Total all their donations up over $8,000. So everyone has a number of sort of virtual raffle tickets assigned that's equal to the dollars raised plus one. So you can see Kelly here from Massachusetts. She wanted to enter for free, so she gets one raffle ticket, whereas Lauren raised $112, so she gets 113 raffle tickets. So we're going to use a random number generator to pick a number between 1 and 8,162, which is the number of raffle tickets that we have. So once we have that number, we will dramatically scan this sheet to figure out who the lucky winner is. And of course, some people have a higher probability than others, but Abby from Virginia and Taylor, they could win. I mean, they've got a raffle ticket, right? It's like dollar in a dream, like the lottery.
Yeah.
So, because I'm sharing my screen, I have to be the one to press the button. But Gigi, I think you can figuratively help us push the button here.
Okay.
If we're ready to go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see.
Ooh.
4,071. And let's see who that is. That is going to be Whaley. Now, this is a person that's very interesting. I actually talked to this person via email, and she had the highest probability of winning. She raised over $3,000. Now, she's actually a student, but she's a vet student, so she's in school to become a DVM, but she teched at Orchard Lake Animal Hospital in Michigan. And I reached out to her and I said, I saw that you put your school down. She's actually going to school in Australia. I said, we can't do this, for a school. Is there a practice that you'd like to put down, a private practice? And she said, oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm still very close with this practice. Who knows what the future might bring, but in my experience, sometimes folks like this wind up going back to that practice as a DVM after they go to school because of that relationship. So she actually reached out to the practice and said, hey, would you mind if we put you guys down as the winner if we win this free mini? And they're really excited about possibly winning and now definitely winning the Cubex Mini out there in Michigan. Yay!
Yay, so excited. And Whaley is a great volunteer with NOMV as well. So this is what goes around comes around, right? So Cubex provides support, Whaley provides support, and now we're providing support to that community at Orchard Lake. So thank you guys so much. I'm amazed.
Yeah, it's a great news story.
Yeah.
So I guess with that, we'll sort of conclude our broadcast here. But just want to thank you again, Gigi, for everything that you guys do there. It's hard to imagine the industry now without Not One More Vet, and it's been less than a decade, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we became officially a nonprofit in 2017, but we couldn't do our work without partners like Cubex, and we really appreciate you guys coming to us with this great idea and just amping up the community for this. And we look forward to what comes next, and all the work that you do is so helpful to the community too. So thank you so much.
Great.
Thank you, Gigi.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Bye.